Hello student, in this session we are going to discuss about the excretion in human being. Student, living organisms perform the various metabolic activities for the sustenance of life, and these metabolic activities include the synthesis of protein, fat, hormone and the breakdown of glucose. During these activities they generate the certain substances which we generally call a byproduct or the waste material. For example, the gases like the carbon dioxide, nitrogenous waste like the ammonia, urea, and the uric acid. These byproducts or the waste material of the metabolism are to be removed from the body of the organisms as they prove to be toxic if retained. The process of the removal of the toxic waste from the body of an organism is called excretion. Excretion not only removes the byproduct of the metabolism but also protect the body from the toxicity and maintain the homeostasis. Homeostasis means water and the ion balance inside the body. The other process which maintain the homeostasis is osmoregulation. I think all of you know the osmoregulation. Osmoregulation can be defined as the regulation of osmotic pressure of body fluid by controlling the amount of salt and the water in the body, by retaining in case of deficiency and elimination in cases of excess. So the system of the organ and the tissues that take part in the separation, collection and the removal of the waste product from the body is called excretory system. And the main excretory organ in the human being is kidney, but skin, liver, large intestine and the lungs also help in the excretion. How they are helping? For example, if we take an example of a liver, actually the liver is responsible for the secretion of the the removal of the detoxified, and it is responsible for the breaking down of various type of chemicals, whatever the drugs and other things whatever we are consuming. The toxic material or the leftover of that is going to be reduced by the liver. Bile pigment, bilirubin, biliverdin, urochrome, that all removed by the liver along with the lactic acid, drugs, vitamins and the hormones. And the bile pigment of a liver also produce formed due to the breakdown of a hemoglobin and the dead RBC, and are excreted in urine and in feces in the form of an urochrome. As far as the lungs are concerned, it is responsible for the removal of the respiratory waste product like carbon dioxide. This waste product, you know that it is produced or formed due to the oxidation of an respiratory substances like glucose, fat and the protein during the cellular respiration, and carbon dioxide is removed from the body through the exhalation by the lungs. As far as the large intestine is concerned, the large intestine also eliminate the waste material, the undigested food material or the waste material from our body. Skin also and one of the organ which work for the removal of waste material through the sweat. It helps to remove the additional waste such as the excess urine and as well as the excess amount of an ammonia along with the sweat from our body at the regular interval of a time. In human being, the process of an excretion is brought about by an organ system called the excretory system or the urinary system. It takes part in the filtration, conduction, temporary storage and the elimination of a nitrogenous waste product as in urine. The excretory system or the urinary system in human being comprises of a pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, a urinary bladder and a urethra. The main organ of our system is kidney. The main organ of our excretory system is the kidney. These are the major organ of the excretory system, and they are a pair of a reddish brown bean shaped structure lying in the lower abdominal cavity on either side of the vertebral column. If you look after toward the position of a kidney, where kidneys are located, kidneys are located on either side of the vertebral column or the backbone, and each kidney is around 10 centimeter long, 6 centimeter wide, and the 4 centimeter thick, and it weighs around 140 to 160 gram. Left kidney is placed slightly higher than the right kidney, as a kidney of abdominal cavity is occupied by the liver. On the inner concave side of the kidney, there is a depression called the hilum. And if you look after toward the structure, there is a one depression is found, and that depression is known as an hilum, where the renal artery, renal vein, and the ureter connected to the kidney. And in that manner, the kidney works for that कि किस प्रकार से किडनी का जो पोजीशन है वो यहाँ पर होता है, एंड किडनी परफॉर्मिंग some important function to remove the for removal of the waste material. It filters the blood to remove and excrete the waste product produced by the process of metabolism, and approximately 190 liter of blood is filtered daily by the kidney to produce around 0.9 to 1.9 liter of urine. It performs the osmoregulation also. If we talk about the organ associated with the kidney, the right kidney, superiorly the right kidney having the right end, and anterior side it's the right lobe of the hepatic flexure of the colon, and posterior side it is attached with or lies along with the diaphragm and the muscular of the posterior abdominal wall. Student, if we look after toward the longitudinal section of a kidney, what kind of structures are found associated with that. As I told you, this is small depression is found in the kidney, that is known as an hilum. Okay, and that hilum is responsible for the entry and the exit of a renal artery and the renal vein, and as well as the ureter. The ureter, renal artery, renal vein, these all are coming out from our kidney. Okay, so in that manner, that kidney is the structure of a kidney there. If you look after toward the gross structure of the kidney, what you will found a fibrous capsule surrounding the kidney. Kidney can be divided into two parts, the renal cortex and the renal medulla. The outermost part, that is a dark, that is known as a renal cortex, and the middle part with the pyramid like structure, these are all known as a renal medulla. So renal cortex and the renal medulla, if you take a longitudinal section of a kidney, student, you will easily identify the renal cortex and the renal medullary region. Actually, the region of a nephron, especially the Bowman capsule and the distal convoluted tubule, lies in the area that area is known as the renal cortex, and the glomeruli, the capillary tufts are there, and the Henle loop lies in the area that is known as a renal medulla. So in that manner, the renal cortex and the renal medulla, the two parts are there. If we look after toward the structure of an kidney, अगर हम उसके LS की बात करें, किस प्रकार का स्ट्रक्चर है, अगर हम सेक्शन देखें तो वहाँ पर हमको क्लियर दिखाई देता है कि the renal medullary region having some projection which is known as the renal pyramids, and these renal pyramids having a small vascular structure which is known as a renal papilla, and they are found associated with the nephron. Around 1.25 million nephrons are found associated with the kidney. The kidney contain more than the 1.25 million nephron or the uriniferous tubules, which are held together by the connective tissue and surrounded by the tough white fibrous capsule. So we can say that the kidney is having the functional unit that is known as an nephron, and these nephron are the functional unit of our kidney. This is the flow chart showing how the flow of when blood in the kidney taken place. From the aorta, the renal artery will receive that. After that, it will reach to the sectional radiatal artery. From there, it will go to the kidney, and from kidney, how the deoxygenated, after the filtering, the oxygenated blood is coming out. Renal vein and the renal veins are the mainly responsible for carries the purified deoxygenated blood to the inferior vena cava, and then it will pass to the heart for the oxygenation. Now we'll talk about the structural and the functional unit of a nephron. As I told you, we have discussed that around 1 million, more than the 1 million nephrons of the uriniferous tubules, which are held together by the connective tissues, are found associated with that. So nephron is the structural and the functional unit of a kidney, student, and each nephron consists of the three part. है ना, each nephron is consist of the three part, and these three parts are mainly divided into three important thing. Number one is the Malpighian body, number two is the nephric tubule, and number three is the collecting duct. And further that the Malpighian body comprises of the two part, the Bowman capsule and the glomeruli, while the renal tubule portion is comprises of the three part, that is the proximal convoluted tubule, Henle loop, and the distal convoluted tubule, and at last is the collecting duct. तो ओवरऑल अगर हम पार्ट्स की बात करें तो वो 6 हो जाएंगे, मगर हम इनको 3 ग्रुप में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. पहला मेल्पीजियन बॉडी जो ग्लोमेरुला है वो बोमन कैप्सूल से मिलकर बना है. दूसरा जो पार्ट होगा वो होगा इसका नेफ्रिक ट्यूब्यूल रीजन, तो पीसीटी, डीसीटी और हेनले के लूप से मिलकर बना है. और लास्ट वाला पार्ट क्या होगा, कलेक्टिंग डक्ट, जो इसका काम होता है कलेक्ट करना. इफ़ यू लुक आफ्टर टूवर्ड द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ए नेफ्रॉन, कि नेफ्रॉन का स्ट्रक्चर कैसा होता है एज पर द एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, इट इज़ वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, स्ट्रक्चर एंड द फंक्शन ऑफ ए नेफ्रॉन. तो नेफ्रॉन हैविंग द स्ट्रक्चर, दिस इज ग्लोमेरुलर blind end of a nephron. It is a ball structure lined with thin semi-permeable squamous epithelium, and it leads into a long tubule that is and in the outer cavity of an Bowman capsule there is a bunch of the capillary called the glomeruli. So if you see the structure, that yellow structure is the Bowman capsule, and it is having a bunch of the blood capillary that is known as the glomeruli. So glomeruli, the afferent renal arteriole, enters in the Bowman capsule and divide into the bunches of the capillary, which we generally call the glomerulus. And glomerulus act as a site of infiltration under the pressure called the pressure ultrafiltration. So in this process, the glomeruli and the Bowman capsule is one of the important parts associated with the filtration process, ki how the filtration takes place in kidney. About the renal tubule, it is a long coiled tube divided into three major regions. Bowman capsule से जो highly coiled structure निकला है, that is convoluted tubule, PCT. ठीक है, the absorption of sodium, calcium, glucose, amino acid from the nephric. Actually, at the time of infiltration, so many useful also filter through the Bowman capsule. So proximal tubule is responsible for the reabsorption of the useful material. Now if you look after toward the Henle loop, it is a U-shaped structure. ये जो U pin shape का structure है, that is known as in Henle loop, and they are having the two limbs, ascending and the descending. It is clear that the descending limb is little bit broader in comparison to the ascending limb, and the main function of a Henle loop is to absorb the NaCl or the sodium chloride. The third portion, that is known as the DCT or the distal convoluted tubule, it is a distal convoluted part of the renal tubule which opens in the collecting duct, and it is present in the cortex region of the kidney, and most of the water from the nephric filter is reabsorbed there. If we talk about the sixth and the last part, that is the collecting duct. These are the large duct, each receiving collecting tubule from the several nephron, and these drain the urine collect from the nephron into the urine.